Barca! Barca! Barca!
Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We are going to start with Sergio Roberto, whose agent have recently slammed President Joan Laporta for lying by saying, far from reality. We are going to be discussing much on that as we progress. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about Borussia Dortmund fullback Thomas Meunier, who have recently confirmed Barcelona's January interest by saying, "You don't say no to such clubs." We are going to be discussing much on what he said as we move ahead. Then to conclude, talking about former Barcelona defender Javier Mascherano, who have backed former teammate Xavi Hernandez to succeed at Barcelona. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please do well to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end.
Barca! Barca! Barca!
Josep Maria Orobit, the agent of Barcelona midfielder Sergio Roberto, has hit out at President Joan Laporta, insisting that his comments on the Spaniard's contract situation are far from reality. In a recent interview, Laporta insisted that the club had tabled a contract offer for Sergio Roberto, while adding that his renewal was in the hands of his representative. However, Orobit has now lashed out at the Barcelona Supremo, claiming that there has been no offer made for the La Masia graduate since September last year, with the club continuously cancelling meetings to negotiate a new deal. Speaking to Mundo Deportivo, his agent said, "What Laporta said is far from reality. The only offer they gave us was in September, and since then, they have not offered anything. I tried to hold new meetings with the club, but they repeatedly neglected us. The communication between us was cancelled, and it was limited to messages. The club said they made 3 offers. Well, let them reveal them to us." So shedding light on Roberto's salary and the previous wage cut that he has taken, Roberto's agent said, "Roberto is not among the highest paid players in that team. He is far from it. Roberto is a Catalan since he was born and loves Barcelona. In 2019, he reduced his salary by 12% and also deferred 42.9% of his salary like the rest of the team." The Spanish international representative also went on to claim that manager Xavi Hernandez is keen on the midfielder continuing at the Camp Nou. His agent said, "Xavi wants Roberto in the team, and he said this publicly in a press conference. He said to the player, the club, Alemany, Euster, and I understand that he does not want to go into economic matters," he said. Orobic finally implored Barcelona to arrive at a resolution over the matter of Roberto's contract renewal at the earliest possible to offer him clarity on his future. He said, "I asked the club that my client's future be resolved quickly and they should be clear if they want us to stay or not," he said. Reports have claimed previously that Xavi wants the 30-year-old to stay put at the Camp Nou, but Barca have shown reluctance, a big reluctance to hold talks, and are demanding that the midfielder turn right back take a massive pay cut of around 75% to continue at the club. It remains to be seen if there is any progress made on the contract talks or if the explosive interview from Orenbeek ends up damaging any chances of a renewal for Roberto. So I think with this Roberto contract saga, there's no way out, seriously speaking. And with his agent coming out to say this, which, he can still be correct, why Barca just can't say, "Look, we don't need you, Roberto. You will be sold." Why Laporta shouldn't just come straight forward and say things clear as it is? If the club want him to leave, then they should say so. I think, to be honest, is the highest thing. And I don't want the club to be like, taking indirect means. Laporta was talking the other day that they did approach him. Now the agent is coming out to say something contradictory to that. So Barca will come out and say 75% pay cut. That's just indirect way to say get out of this club. But just come straight forward and make things clear to the player and his agent. That you don't need him anymore. I don't think all this will help. It won't help matters because from the look of things, the talks, whatever scheduled talks or whatever, it would not go through. It won't go through. This is like there's a high tempo everywhere. And Roberto, from the look of things, will leave this club, honestly speaking, because Barca are claiming that they don't even have the money to pay him. Roberto, from many reports, have been, saying that the wage cut, the percentage is too high. He can't accept that. So it's going to be difficult to see these two parties come to a compromise when it comes to a renewal for Sergio Roberto. Then on to the next story of discussion. Borussia Dortmund defender Thomas Meunier has confirmed that Barcelona were in fact interested in him during the January transfer window, but admitted that the move was too difficult for everyone since there were no many days left for the window to slam shut. In an interview, recently with HLN, the former PSG right back explained why he had to go against his own desire and why Dortmund rejected Barcelona's offer in the first place. He said, "It could have been a reality. Barcelona were looking for a reliable right back for an affordable price given their financial situation," Meunier said. "I fit their profile. I have proven that this season. But when Dortmund called me about the offer they received from Barcelona, it immediately sounded like, sorry, you can't leave." The 30-year-old also explained that he had a brief chat with Barcelona sporting advisor Jody Cruyff, who told Meunier the club wanted him on loan with an obligation to buy. While Barcelona was indeed a tempting prospect, Meunier understands why Dortmund decided to keep him anyway. He said, "Barcelona, that's a train that only passes once in a lifetime. Dortmund is already a big club, but Barca is unique. Just like Real Madrid, Bayern and Manchester United are in their own way. In principle, you don't say no to such clubs. Mentally, it was not simple, but I understand Dortmund. It was barely a week before the end of the window." He also said that if Barcelona had proposed a hefty offer, those sitting in Dortmund offices might have changed their minds. He said, "Maybe Dortmund would have said yes if it has been maybe a bid of 50 million euros, but that was unrealistic," he added. So with all that said and done, it's difficult to see Barcelona going for Meunier once again, as it's expected that the team might as well go for a younger option instead. In that case, interest in Ajax Nusem Mazraoui might pop up once again in the summer. Then on to the final story of discussion, Javier Mascherano has backed Xavi Hernandez. The Argentine played with Xavi at Barcelona between 2010 when he joined from Liverpool and 2015 when Xavi left for Qatar. They won a lot together: 3 La Liga titles, 2 Copa del Rey titles, 2 Supercopa de España titles, 2 Champions League titles, 1 Club World Cup, and 1 European Super Cup. Both have now moved on to their next stage of life after bringing their distinguished playing careers to an end. Mascherano is currently in charge of the Under-20 Argentine national team, while Xavi is leading Barcelona into a new era. "I love Xavi's idea," Mascherano told Marca. "In the end, it's the mother idea of Barcelona. I don't know if they are going to be able to fight for the league, but I'm sure Xavi is going to bring a lot of satisfaction to Barcelona. Barcelona are currently third in La Liga, but could leapfrog Sevilla and go second should they beat their Andalusian club at the Camp Nou tomorrow, Sunday evening." Xavi has revitalized Barcelona, it's all clear, right? Since taking over from that clueless Koeman last November. Their progress was underlined by that 4-0 beating over Real Madrid, their arch rivals, at the Santiago Bernabeu last match day. So callers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to subscribe so you always stay in touch with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.
Barca!